you need to write the 3-step mechanism to show that how the acid is catalyzed and how does that ethanol is converted into ethene. The oxygen molecules will be goes and substituted to this carbon atom, thereby it forms a cumin hydroperoxide. The aldehyde group containing phenol we are obtaining. That is why this is the most important reaction, and definitely it can also be asked for 3 marks. Hello my dear students, a warm welcome you all. Myself is Purnima, lecturer in Department of Chemistry at Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, welcome back to the revision class. In this session, we are going to discuss with the Unit 11, Alcohols, Phenols and Ethers. Before going to discuss with this unit, let's see the weightage of this unit. By this unit, we can expect one 1-mark question and directly we can expect 2 5-mark question. Remember, the question number 12, the question number 43 and 44 will come from this unit and the total weightage will be 11. So, by this unit, we can expect the 11 marks. Okay. If you see how the questions which has been splitted, so there is a 1-mark question, but there is no 2-mark question at all and 3-mark question, but it is a direct 2 5-mark questions will be there. Remember, again in the 5-mark, it will be splitted into 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 2 plus 1. So that is why I have added the 2 marks and the 3-mark questions by this unit. Okay, we'll see how the question will be arises in the alcohols, phenols and in the ether part. Okay, the first question will be goes like this. Write the chemical name of cumin. So the chemical name of cumin is isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene, and it can be written as like benzene ring. You need to write. You have to show that a CH3. This is cumin. And it is known as what? Isopropyl benzene. Next question. Name the compound which is also known as carbolic acid. Example, phenol, which is also known as what? Carbolic acid, and it is represented as benzene ring with the OH group. Next question. What is Lucas reagent? So, Lucas reagent, it is nothing but a mixture of anhydrous zinc chloride with concentrated HCl. So, even in your practical exam, hope you have studied with what is a Lucas reagent, and it is nothing but a mixture of anhydrous zinc chloride with a concentrated HCl. Next question. The ether is soluble in water. Give the reason for that. Ether is soluble in water because the oxygen of the ether form a hydrogen bond with the water molecule. If you see that ether, general formula is ROR dash. Okay. If you see that, you can clearly understand that the oxygen atom which is present between the 2 alkyl group, it can easily involve with the hydrogen bonding with the water molecule. Thereby, it is easily soluble in water. Next question. What is the IUPAC name of anisole? The IUPAC name of anisole, it is nothing but a methoxybenzene. This is a methoxybenzene. Okay. Next question. Write the IUPAC name of CH2 double bond CH2OH. So it is prop 2 in 1 all. So you can see that this is a 1, 2, 3 carbon atom. So there are 3 carbon atom. If the 3 carbon atom will be there, then we use the prefix prop. So it is prop to the second carbon atom. You can see that between the first and second carbon atom, there is a double bond which is there. Hence it is 2 in And you can see that there is a one functional group which has been attached to the third carbon atom. So it is prop to in one all, or else you can say that it is prop to in one all. Okay, like this you can make the naming of the given compound. Next question, give the reason the lower alcohols are soluble in water. Due to the formation of hydrogen bond with the water molecule, the lower alcohols are soluble in water. Because we know that the alcohols generally have a formula of OH group will be attached to the alkyl group, correct no? So if the alkyl groups are very shorter, or you can say that if the aliphatic chain is very shorter, it is having more capacity to form a hydrogen bonding with the water. Thereby, the almost all lower members of the alcohols, they are completely soluble in water. Whereas the higher members, as the number of carbon atoms is increased, their solubility will become somewhat tough. That is why, the lower members are more soluble in water because it can easily form a hydrogen bonding. Next question. Name the product which has been formed in the following reaction. Here we have a phenol and it is reacting with the zinc dust which is upon heating. What will be the product? So here the product is benzene. Along with this, the zinc oxide which is also formed. So the zinc will carry the one oxygen and forms a zinc oxide, and the benzene ring will be formed. So the major product is a benzene. This is how most of the time, by giving it the reactions, you need to find out the end product. Even it can be asked for 1 mark. So hope you know this. Next question, which is carry 2 marks. Explain coal-base reaction. So in your alcohols, phenols and in the ethers, it is very much important to understand that how this alcohols and phenols, they will form a different named reactions. Okay. First we'll see with the coal-base reaction. On the reaction of sodium salts of phenol with the carbon dioxide gas at 413 Kelvin and the pressure around 6 to 7 atmosphere, sodium salicylate will be formed, which is upon acidification, which gives us to the salicylic acid, which is also known as what? 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, and this is known as coal-base reaction. So here you can see that we have taken out the phenol, and which is allowed to react with a very strong base. You can see that the H and OH from the base will be removed in the form of water molecule, and remaining Na will be goes and attacks with an oxygen. Thereby it forms a sodium phenoxide ion, which is upon further reaction with the carbon dioxide at very high temperature around 143 Kelvin, or you can take 413 Kelvin, and at the pressure around 6 to 7 Kelvin, this carbon dioxide group will be goes and substituted to the ortho position. Thereby it forms a sodium salicylate, okay, which is upon further acidifications, with the water molecule, the sodium will be removed out from the benzene ring. Thereby it forms a carboxyl group which is attached at a ortho position of the benzene ring, and it is known as what? 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, because this is a carboxyl group which has been attached, and simply we call it as salicylic acid. So this is how with the coal-base reaction as well as with the Riemann-Tiemann reaction, you must be very cautious with the end product, because in both the side, the end product will be, one is aldehyde, one is carboxylic acid. Don't confuse with final product. If it is said to be in coal-base reaction, remember you need to write the carboxylic group containing phenol. Okay, that is nothing but a salicylic acid. This is how for writing the proper definition with the proper arrangement of the reactants, you'll get a 2 marks. Next question. How is phenol is reacted with the bromine water? Write the equation. When phenol is treated with the bromine water, a white precipitate of 2,4,6 tribromophenol will be formed. So this is our phenol. When phenol is treated with bromine water, so you can see that this bromine group will be get substituted to the ortho-para position. Thereby it forms a 2,4,6 tribromophenol, where all the halogen atoms will be goes and substituted to the ortho and a para position. So this is also known as what? Halogenation, where the halogens will be goes and attacks to the ortho and a para position. And this is a white precipitate. Next, we'll see with the 3-mark question. Okay. Explain the preparation of phenol from the cumene. Just now we have understood that what is the IUPAC name of the cumene. It is the isopropyl phenol, isopropyl benzene, which is known as what? Cumene. Okay. So in this method, cumene is the isopropyl benzene, which is oxidized in presence of an air to give cumene hydroperoxide, which is upon further acidification with the water molecule, it gives rise to the phenol as well as with the acetone. You can see that this is a cumene, which is a isopropyl benzene, which is undergo oxidation in presence of an oxygen. What will happen? The oxygen molecules will be goes and substituted to this carbon atom. Thereby, it forms a cumene hydroperoxide, which is upon further acidification, this entire CH3CO CH3 group will be removed out, which is nothing but a acetone, and you got a phenol. This is how we can easily prepare the phenol from the cumene. Hence, this is process which is known as preparations of phenol from the cumene. Okay. Next, we'll see with one of the important questions which will be asked definitely for your exam for the 3 marks is, write the mechanism of acid catalyzed dehydration of ethanol to ethene. This is the most common questions will definitely ask for 3 marks from this part, okay, from this chapter, okay. You need to write the 3-step mechanism to show that how the acid is catalyzed and how does that ethanol is converted into ethene. You need to show it. In the first step, you need to show that there is a formation of protonated alcohols will be formed. So this is our ethanol. So it is CH3CH2OH, which accepts one of the proton. Thereby it forms a protonated alcohol. This is the first step. In the second step, the formation of carbocation. Once the protonated alcohols which has been formed, it loses its water molecule. Thereby, the second carbon atom will get the positive charge, and hence it is known as formation of carbocation step. You can see that it leaves the water and thereby getting a positive charge. In the third step, between the 2 carbon atom, the eliminations of the one of the protons will be taking place. Thereby, you get a ethene. Okay. So, all the 3 steps you need to write to get a 3 marks for the acid dehydration of ethanol to ethene, and it is one of the simplest reactions whereby just writing the mechanisms, you can easily get the marks. While writing the mechanism, please write the headings of that reactions. First step is a protonation step. Second step is the formation of carbocation. Third step is the elimination of proton. Like that, if you write, you can easily get the 3 out of 3 by writing with this question, because it's one of the repeated, most of the times it has been asked. Definitely it will come for your board exam. Next question. Explain Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Just now, as I have explained with the coal-based reaction, in both the reactions we are taking the phenol, and the end product, one is carboxylic acid, one is the aldehyde containing benzene ring. Okay. So please be careful while writing with the end product. We'll see with the Riemann-Tiemann reactions now. When a phenol is heated with a chloroform in presence of sodium hydroxide at 340 Kelvin followed by an hydrolysis, the orthohydroxy benzaldehyde will be formed, which is nothing but a salicylaldehyde, and this reactions are said to be Raymond-Thyman reaction. Again, we are taking what? We are taking the phenol, which is allowed to react with very strong base, but we are taking what? Chloroform with that. So you can see that the chloroform will be goes and attacks to the ortho position, and H and OH from the NaOH will be removed in the form of water molecule, and we got an intermediate product, which is upon further treatment with the sodium hydroxide, this OH will be get substituted between the CH and Cl2, because the Cl2 will carry with the 2Na, thereby it forms a 2NaCl. So 2NaCl will be removed out, and the OH will be goes and attacks with the carbon atom and forms a CH-OH twice, which is upon further acidification with the water molecule, it loses OH2 group, thereby, it get an aldehyde at the ortho position, which is upon further treatment with an very strong acids, it loses the sodium and get the hydrogen, where the sodium will be combines with the chloride and sodium chloride will be removed out. Okay, this H will be goes and attacks to the hydrogen, where you can see that this is a phenol which are containing an aldehyde group, hence it is named as salicylaldehyde. Remember, while writing with the coal-based reaction, same we are taking a phenol and we are treating with a very strong base, and there is an elimination of the water will be taking place, but finally, carboxylic group containing a phenol will be obtained. But here, the aldehyde group containing phenol we are obtaining. That is why, this is a most important reaction, and definitely it can also be asked for 3 marks, because from this unit, we can expect the 2 5-mark question. One is definitely with the acid dehydration, that definitely come for 3 marks. One is we can expect the Raymond-Thyman reaction. One we can expect the reaction of phenol with the bromine water. Like that, plenty of reactions can be expected with the 2 marks also. Next, we have one more reaction. Explain Williamson ether synthesis. See, when we are dealing with the alcohols, phenols and ethers, definitely any one of the questions will come from the ether part also, because from the acid degradation we are expecting the one question that is from alcohol. Similarly, Raymond-Thyman can be asked for with the phenol group. Similarly, from the ether part also we can expect the most familiar questions, that is a Williamson ether synthesis for 2 marks, or it can be asked for 3 marks. Majoritarily it has been asked for 3 marks also. Okay, be cautious with that. Okay. When alkyl halides are treated with sodium alkoxide gives a ether, this reaction is said to be Williamson ether synthesis. We are taking what? Alkyl halide, that is CH3Br, which is going to react with the sodium alkoxide. So, the name of this compound is sodium ethoxide. Why it is ethoxide? Ethyl group will be there. Okay. So, it gives us to what? It gives us to an ether. Okay. R dash with the release of sodium bromide. This preparations of ether from the sodium ethoxide by using a alkyl halide, which is said to be Williamson ether synthesis. So please see that from the alcohol part, from the phenol part, and also from the ether part, we can expect the question. This is actually comes with the acid dehydration, okay, conversion of ethanol to ethene. Maybe it will be carry for 3 marks. For the 2 mark, they can ask with the phenol. Sometimes, they can also ask with the ether also. If the 3 marks, if it is asked with an phenol by asking with the Raymond-Thyman reactions or with the coal-based reactions, the 2 marks can be expected with the ethers. Okay, like this, the question will be framed by the university board. So, hope you all understood with this session what are all the important reactions and also with the method of preparations which is there. I have listed out. So, hope you all understood. I'll come back with the next unit. Thank you.